Well, hi, Wendy. I'm Steve Sievers from Bionic Buzz. It's such a pleasure to be talking to you. I loved the documentary Jaws at 50, the definitive inside story. You were executive producer on. I was wondering, can you tell us about your journey about when they asked you to be part of this and working on it?
Oh, I was so thrilled when Laurent came to me a year and a half ago and said, I want to do a Jaws at 50th documentary, not only about the magic of what Steven Spielberg did, but also to show the positive effect of Jaws and how it jump-started research and got people interested in sharks as yes, they're a little scary, but thank heavens they're there because they keep the the ecosystem of the ocean healthy. So I was thrilled, and I think it's just a brilliant movie, a brilliant documentary, and thank you, National Geographic, for picking it up and wanting to make it happen.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty amazing because I mean, your late husband wrote the book, which obviously was a huge hit, and then also worked on the screenplay. But you guys really had a love for these sharks afterwards. You started being divers afterwards. Do you talk about like what was it like actually swim with great white sharks?
Uh, we had many adventures. Some of them were pretty frightening because we were out there with cameramen and photographers and in the old days, honestly, we would bait up sharks in order to try to get them to come in closer. So, most of the experiences you have on the ocean is you jump into the water and everything scatters, including the sharks. They do not come right up to you. No, 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 no. And honestly, on a serious note, nowadays, there are not many sharks left in the ocean because we've been overfishing them and fishing them for shark fin soup. And we've killed 90% of the sharks in the ocean, which is staggering to think of. Staggering that only 10% of the sharks are left. So, our adventures with sharks were many. I'm not even sure where to go here. Peter certainly had some pretty scary times in the open ocean with white-tip sharks. Now they're very curious and very fast. And one movie crew had the brilliant idea that Peter should put dead fish inside his BC in order to attract. Can you believe it? In order to attract the sharks. And Peter said, I am not going to get out there in the ocean and be bait just so you can get a shot of sharks coming at me. So he came home from that trip and he said, Wendy, I think you better go with me all the time because these movie guys, they have crazy ideas and I need to have somebody who can just say, no, no, let's be sensible here. But truly, I think so I did a couple great white dives with Peter early on in '74 out on Dangerous Reef off of Australia. And that was a pretty exciting one because the shark got caught. Peter was in the cage and the shark went up to get a bite of the bait, the horse, and the line got caught between its teeth. So the shark was flipping around and pulled Peter under the boat. And I started screaming at everybody, get the line out of the shark's mouth. And of course, the movie guys were so intent on the action. And what did they know? They thought, this was '74. Maybe this was the way it was supposed to be. Anyway, so I came down from up above and worked my way through the guys. And when the shark came up again, I yanked the rope out of the shark's mouth. And all was peaceful and calm. And Peter stayed there for a half an hour. And then when he came up, he said, "What was that in the beginning?" And everybody had to say, "Well, your wife saved your life." So, so that was my golden moment. But for our anniversary, we went and for our 40th, we went and had a wonderful cage dive off of Guadalupe Island with great white sharks, and that was absolutely beautiful.
Well, thank you so much, Wendy. It was such a pleasure to talk to you. And please, everyone, check out Jaws at 50, the definitive inside story. Swims on National Geographic on July 10th as part of their fan favorite Sharkfest, which starts July 5th.